All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, which is named the Most High, and Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I just want to do a little video, man. A topic came to mind. And I'm going to title this "Something Spiritual is Going On," man. Okay, and what am I referring to? I'm referring to what's going on in the world right now, man. Okay, over the last, just say 2 years, okay, roughly, there's something weird going on right now, man. And I'm not even talking about this global, well, you know what I'm talking about. Um, I'm not even talking about that in particular. But all the events that we see going on right now, man, there's something clearly, something's up. There's something very wrong with the world right now, man. This isn't normal. All right, to see, mass shootings every single day, to see earthquakes happening every single hour of the day, to see all these fires breaking out everywhere, all these, tornadoes that we're seeing, all these hurricanes that we're seeing all at one time, man. Okay, all of these, you know, I mean, hell, there's so much that you can talk about. The economy is in a terrible state right now, man. You have 40 million people, about to be evicted from their homes and put on the streets. I mean, half of the population, if you go to half of the population's homes and open up their fridge, there's barely anything in it, man. Right? In the richest country in the world, may I also mention. Okay? And of course, I'm referring to America, aka Mystery Babylon the Great. Um, there's something isn't right with that. Something isn't right with that. Okay, so brothers, look, there's clearly something spiritual that's going on in the world right now, brothers. And of course, we all know what it is. We all know what it is. The truth is what? That this is all just proof for us that we're living in the last days, and that Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is about to make his grand appearance. Okay, and that's why these UFOs are appearing at such an alarming rate. I mean, every single day there's videos being put up online of UFO sightings, man. I mean, hell, I seen a few chariots, man. I believe I seen a 3 of them on the 4th of July. Now, I don't know if they were actually chariots or not. I'm not sure. They look like them. From my perspective, they did look like them, but I suppose they could have been something else. So I really don't know. Okay, but hey, there's so much going on right now that it's just, only an idiot couldn't agree that there's something spiritual going on, brothers. Okay, something is very wrong with the world right now. Okay, like if you just go back a couple of years, just go back, say 8 years ago, 10 years ago, it was a rare occurrence to, get fires going on, right? A building collapses. That's like one here and far in between that you hear a story like that. Or, mass shootings. That's one here and far in between. Okay, like every 4 or 5 months, something like that'll happen. But today, that's happening every single day. Every single day, something new is happening, man. Okay, and why is that? Because this is the sign of the times. This is the sign of the times that we're in. Okay, we are in the last days, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ, is getting ready to make his second return, man. And you can see it. Only a damn fool could pretend that that's not true. Because you see it, man. Everything that Yahweh Shai told us to look out for, everything is happening right now, man. Right? Oh, Matthew the 24th chapter, right? One of my favorite chapters, right? Christ said what? Look out for all these things. He said what? There should be earthquakes, famines, right? Nations, they shall fight against nations. There shall be, let me see, because I don't have the scriptures here with me, because, long story, but I don't have them here with me, okay, at the moment. That's a whole nother, topic of reason why. But hey, go off the mind. But everything that is in the scriptures, is we're all seeing it, man. Everything is being seen. It says what? Another thing it mentions is there should be false Christ that arise, false prophets and false Christ. I mean, hell, I know somebody online. I know somebody that I talk to online. He calls himself the Concave Earth Christians. He says that he is Christ. I kid you not. He said that he is Christ. And that you don't, if you don't follow him, well, you can't receive salvation because he is Christ in the flesh. Right? You have false teachers. You got, what's that cat? Just name a couple of them. You got what? You got that cat, Concave Earth Christians. He's on there saying he's the top educator in the world. That cat don't know shit. Or excuse my language. You got Andrew Ashby, making, 10,000 videos about the Vigilant Christian Mario. Right? Maybe here or there he'll do one video about something that's going on in the world. But everything else is just about what Mario's doing. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a handful of cats out there. They're clearly, in the wrong right now. Okay? Say, brothers, we just got to keep our eyes on the prize, man. Which the prize is what? The prize is the kingdom. Okay? Because the scriptures say what? That, in order to receive, good things, a man has to first receive negative things. And that's the even balance of the Lord. The Lord is a balance, brothers. All right? You got these Christians out there talking about, like I was watching a video that chief priest, he calls himself, Alazar, right, of Sakara. He did a debate with some, I believe they were Mormons, or Jehovah Witness, he called them, right? Jehovah Witnesses. They came to his door, and this was like 8 years ago or something. But I was watching it, and they were saying that, oh no, God doesn't hate people, God doesn't make evil. And it's like, I mean, that's easy to cut, right? God does make evil, God does hate certain people. That's clearly in the text. Okay, but it's very easy to, refute and disprove these, these false, pastors out here, man. All right, it's very easy to do. So going back to, what I was, saying, if you go to, say, for an example, the balance of the Lord, that's what I was elaborating on. Right, the Lord is an even balance, right? The Lord loves and he also hates. The Lord kills and he makes people alive. Right? The Lord is an even balance. He makes good and he creates evil. Right? The Lord is an even balance. Okay, it's very simple. And anybody that can't get that, well, then you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, it's very simple to understand. Bear with me a second. Right, so, with the balance of the Lord, in order to receive good things, which the scriptures say what? It's the Father's will to give you the kingdom of heaven, right? It's the Father's will, it's Yahweh's will that we, as his sons, that we might receive the kingdom. Right? That is the Lord's will, that we might receive the kingdom. Right? And the glories and the greatness that comes along with it. But in order to receive good things, you first have to go for negative things. And that goes into, what is that? The parable of Lazarus and the rich man. What is that? Luke, the 16th chapter. Right? It says what? That Lazarus, he received evil things in his life, but the rich man received good things. So now it's going to be a switch, right? There's going to be a switcheroo, inside joke. Going to be a switch around. Okay, now Lazarus is going to receive good things, but the rich man is going to receive evil things. Which that's really a parable referring to us, right? We're Lazarus, and the rich man is the higher ups of the society. That's really what it is. It's a parable. It's not a real story that happened, but it's actually a parable. Right now, you got guys out there like Mind of God. He'll tell you that he'll tell you that the story of Jonah. Oh, that's a parable. That's a parable. Like, well, how the hell is that a parable, brother? It literally says a fish came up and swallowed Jonah. He said, oh, that's not literal. It is literal. You just don't know what you're talking about. In fact, just recently you had a story that came out. You can look this up, where a man actually almost got swallowed by a whale. You can look that up. It just happened not too long ago, man. Okay, look that up. Right, so it gives the authenticity to the story that it could have happened, which it did happen. Okay, and we believe by faith that it did happen. Right, because the word faith just means a belief in something that cannot be seen. Right, so we believe, we have full faith in this thing of ours, man, as Elder Apostle Gabar, calls it. We have full faith in this this thing that we believe in, which is what? This book, man. Okay, because why? Because we're seeing the prophecies coming to pass before our eyes. So that increases our faith, man. Which, you know, um, this is truly a risk that we're taking here, man. Because we really don't know at the end of the day. We really don't know if this is the truth or not. We just have to take this upon faith, because it's not like you can call the Most High down and ask him to show himself to you to prove he exists. You can't do that. You just have to take it upon faith that it's true. But I can't go into the scriptures and undeniably prove that America's Mystery Babylon. I take that upon faith, but I cannot prove it, because it doesn't say that. But I believe it. That's what it is. Okay, that's why I teach that. Okay, but that's something I had to take upon faith. All right, because I cannot prove it to be true. Okay. So yeah, going back to the balance, man. Scriptures say what is that? Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter. My son, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation, right? So, hey, brothers, we got to be prepared for temptation in this thing of ours, man. And that can come in any way. It can come from your family, can come financially, from your relatives, from, co-workers, your boss, from random, person you meet somewhere on the street or whatever. It can come anywhere, man. Okay, but we're going to have to go through these things. Why? Because the scriptures say, how can a man receive such a great inheritance if he first did not go through the danger that was set before? And that's, what is that? 2 Ezra is the 7th chapter, right? A city is built and full of all good things. And that city is the kingdom, right? The city that's full of all good things represents its kingdom. But it says what? You can receive it. If you want it, you can have it. But you have to first go through difficulty in order to get it. It says what? That there was a path so small that only one man could go out in it at once, which, of course, it doesn't literally mean one person can receive it at once. It just means a small amount of people. Okay? So, that's the path that we want to strive to be on, man. And that verse actually proves the Apocrypha is inspired, because that's the same thing that that Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 teaches. Literally the same exact thing. Okay, so that proves the Apocrypha is inspired of the Most High. Let me just check the video time real quick. Bear with me. Okay, we're all right. But yeah, man, we're in some serious times right now. Okay, this isn't even a damn joke at this point, man. The stuff that we see going on all around us, man. Hell, it could be any day, man. Any day now that this thing's going to be kicked into the next stage. Hell, brothers, very soon, all of our faith is going to be tested, man. With, gotta watch what I say, but, very soon you're going to have to, do that in order to, go into certain stores and make your purchases. Okay, very soon it's going to be, signs on the doors saying, if you can't show proof that, well, then you can't come in. And that's going to happen, brothers. I prophesy to you that is going to happen. I can't tell you when, but that's the future. That is the future, brothers. Okay, so we got to be prepared for that, because you know what? We're not going along with that. Hell to the no. We're not going with that, because that goes against the scriptures. So you know what? We're going to follow what the book says. To hell with all this BS, man. To hell with this place. Okay, we're going to go with what the scriptures say. And we're not taking that thing. We ain't doing that. That goes completely against the text. Okay, so we're going to go by what Yahweh and his son Yahushua say. All right, we're not going to go by what America says. We're not doing that. Okay, the hell with America, man. This place is done. Right, this queendom, right, this, as scriptures refer to it as, the Lady of Kingdoms. Right, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency. This place is done, man. Right, this woman, which, in the scriptures, America is referred to as a woman. But, this place is done, man. Right, this place is done. Let's get a drink real quick. Hell, man. This place, it's unbelievable, what's going on right now. Okay, it's truly just unbelievable what's going on around us right now, man. It's insane, what we have going around us. But hey, this is the trial that we all had to go through, brothers. We are the ones, who the Lord chose, to live in this time period. Because if you go to I believe that's the book of First or Second Ezra's. Ezra asked something along the lines of, well, why didn't you make the world where everybody could, live in it at one time? And the Lord told him that, every person, had to come into the earth in their own time period. Okay, had to be born in their own time period and die in their own period. Okay? So we have been chosen, right? Me and you. Okay, now whether we be of the elect chosen men of the Lord, that's not for us to know. I can't say I am, and you can't say you are. That's not for us to know. Okay, but bear with me a second now. But we've been chosen to live in this time, man. Okay, we've been chosen to live in this time period that we are in right now. Okay, we were warned beforehand, of these prophecies. The scriptures clearly warn us of the future, man. Right? We were warned at the stuff that we see happening in the world right now is going to happen, man. So this is the time to take ear to it. That's why the scriptures say what? Blessed is the man who reads. Scriptures say, blessed is the man who hears the words of this prophecy. Right, and that's what we're out here telling the people, man. Is what? The prophecies of the Holy Scriptures. Because clearly we're seeing all of them come to pass before our eyes today, man. Okay, all these prophecies are being fulfilled constantly, man. Right, just as Spads Boys Comedy would say, constantly. Inside joke. But of all seriousness, man, this is something spiritual's going on, man. I mean, hell, you can't deny it, man, that there's something wrong with the world right now, man, compared to years prior to the time we're in right now. Okay, the condition of the people is absolutely unsustainable. Right? I mean, you have, as I said at the beginning of the video, man, all right, more than half of the country, or as Larkin Rose would say, the crunchy inside joke. You go to half of the people living in the country, and you open up the fridge, and there's barely anything in it. How is that possible in the richest country in the world? Why? Because that shows that America is going down, man. I mean, hell, it shows you what they are because they're giving people stimulus money, right? The government is giving people, $1,000, right? Or, it depends on, how much children you have and, if you're married or whatnot, you can get more or less. But people are getting thousands of dollars, for free from the government. Okay, so that just shows that the empire is done. It shows that, and they have to continue to keep pumping out the stimulus. Eventually they're going to have to come out with a fourth one now. Why? Because if you don't, there's going to be chaos on the streets. Right? Especially when this whole eviction thing, expires. Oh, man. Hey, brothers. All hell is about to break loose here, man. And it's unstoppable. It cannot be denied. What's about to take place in the coming days, man. Here in America. Okay, Babylon the Great. This place is done, man. All right, the judgment of the Lord is coming upon America, man. And it can't be disannulled, for lack of better words. It cannot be turned back. Okay, the Lord, the scriptures say what? The Lord has spoken, who can but prophesy? Right, the Lord has spoken these things. Okay, the Lord has said that he was going to do this, and he is going to do it. Okay, so the Lord has spoken, who can but prophesy? Right, so we're out here prophesying what? The downfall of this kingdom called America, Babylon the Great. And the Lord's going to bring a new kingdom, which is what? The children of Israel, the Israelites, are going to rule the world to come. That's why I believe I quoted at the beginning of the video, could be mistaken, but 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9, right? Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Right, so we're clearly coming to the end of this age here. Okay, this empire is finished, man. America, as the global dominant power, is finished, man. All right, this kingdom is done. And we can tell by the signs, man. All the signs are here to show us that we're clearly in the time where the Lord's going to bring this thing to an end, man. Okay, and it's about time, man. It's about time, that this place is taken out, man, because America has ruled over the world for, a few hundred years now. Okay? America has had dominance over the world for, for a long time. Okay, and as it says, in the scriptures, what that woman, which John saw, he said, what that woman is that great city that reigns over the kings of the earth, and the great city that reigns over the kings of the earth is America, and nobody can show me that's referring to another place. You can't show that. Anybody says it is, well, you're just superimposing that on the text. Okay, all nations look up to America, and that's why the scriptures say, which I did a video on this not too long ago. But it says what? That the nations have been made drunk off of the wine of her fornication, right? The nations of the earth are drunk off of the American philosophy and way of life. All right? So the entire earth is made drunk off of the American belief. Okay? So anyway, with that being said, I hope that video is edifying, and I'm going to say shalom.